So, I'm growing weary, not weary. I'm just growing tired of the podcasters. Um, that think they're the new media, and they're really not, because, they just do the parroting like the mainstream media. And I'm talking about your podcasters that have millions of followers, okay? They're no different than mainstream media. But one thing I'm really fed up with, and they're rude. They're rude people. They're very rude. And so I'm going to call this out, okay? Because it's rude. Okay, so this is Liz Wheeler, okay? Most people on the right know who she is. You can love whatever she says, but what people don't pick up on from these rude people is that they too they disparage the American people. They do. That's probably why I can't stomach most of them anymore, because I had to listen. So Liz Wheeler, she's connected, like many of these people are tied to the Blaze, and the Blaze is owned by Glenn Beck. So, many of the people I've called out before are tied to some of them are just their own podcast, but many, like her, I believe she's tied to the Blaze. So it's just another, alternative media monopoly system, the podcasters. But anyway, what I can't stand, and they all say this, is that there's no people that support Donald Trump more than Elon Musk, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek. So that's what makes you people rude. Because long before Vivek, long before Tulsi, long before Elon, way long before Elon and RFK Jr., there are average Americans in this country that have done videos and have supported Donald Trump more than any of you douchebags. Sorry, I'm fed up with them. They're rude. They're rude. Yet I don't know how, and I think most people would just hear it and overlook it. But it's disparaging to you, especially if you're somebody that has been supporting Donald Trump and have day in and day out not getting paid like these people for doing it. And then you want to turn around and be a douchebag and say that those people, there's nobody that supports Trump more than those people. No, I can tell you who it is, Liz Wheeler. It's the American people. All right? RFK Jr. and Elon came on 3 months before. I mean, both Kennedy and Trump did not like each other, okay? So stop acting like, that there are no bigger supporters. Yeah, he's just using Trump, okay? So's Elon. They all are. I mean, I don't want to say much about Tulsi and Vivek, but I mean, I think that Vivek or Tulsi was tied to the World Economic Forum's Young Global Leaders Club. Okay, so I haven't really gone after her because I haven't done much looking into her. I mean, who she is who she is. I really could care less. But none of them came on board before the average Americans did. Those of us that have supported Donald Trump for 8 years and do videos every day, and we don't get paid for it, okay? Those are the people that are the biggest supporters of Trump, okay? So please stop being rude, all right? But all of the podcasts do that, and I think most people, because you'd look at Glenn Beck or Liz Wheeler, and you'd say, well, no, they support my candidate, but you don't pick up on how when they say stuff like that, it's like, no, many people, and this isn't trying to say that people that came on with board, like everyday Americans that came on board with Trump later, that somehow you don't support him as more. My point is that none of those people that they mentioned that they worship, okay, and it's always those four. It's most especially RFK Jr. and Elon, okay. All the podcasters. I've yet to come across any Republican, any conservative that has a big show that will speak the truth about Elon or RFK Jr. Nobody will. So tells you who they are. They're no different than the mainstream media. So that's what you get. Because the questions I've asked in many of my videos, first of all, the people that are suppressed are really the people you should be listening to. These people aren't suppressed. No. Now you know why. It's because they're going to sing RFK Jr.'s praises and Elon's praises, okay? And I understand that there's many conservatives in this country, although I don't think there's a lot. I think that a lot of conservatives would understand what I'm saying about RFK Jr. I think that the base that is all for RFK Jr., and I don't know how big that base is, and Elon, they were never with Trump to begin with. So you know what? Back it up there, woman. Okay, because you're being disgraceful, you're being dishonest, and you're disparaging the average Americans. Okay. All of these people, and then they go on to say, they stick their foot in their mouth. They go on to say, and these people were all Democrats. Yeah, they sure were, weren't they? Yeah, they were. So that's why you shouldn't say that, Liz Wheeler. That's why you shouldn't say that, Glenn Beck. That's why you shouldn't say that, Joe Rogan. That's why you shouldn't say that, Patrick Bet-David. That's why you shouldn't say that, Jamie. There's so many podcasts, I'm not even going to go through all of them. I think most of these people, they just serve the same side as the mainstream media does. They're just good actors. They're really, really good at pulling you in. But they're rude. They're rude because there has been so many everyday Americans. We don't get paid. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for you to subscribe to me. I don't ask anything. I just put the videos up. I speak the truth about Donald Trump. I say how I saw how he was eradicating trafficking. Okay, I know what he was doing. That's something none of those people still to this day will talk about is how Trump was eradicating trafficking. Do you realize that? So I guarantee you that these people, you can't trust them. They're no different than the mainstream media. They have an agenda. But fine. If people don't want to see your agenda and buy into it, then at least please see how you, the average day American, are far more the bigger supporter of Trump than any of these people surrounding him. Seriously. RFK Jr., Elon Musk didn't come on until 3 months before the election. So how can this douchebag say that? I know I hate when I see the deception, and most people would overlook it and just say, yeah, but they're on our side. I don't know that you should say that. Just like they said, all these people were Democrats. Tulsi, Vivek, all of them were Democrats. So when you are so rude and so ignorant that you say something like there's no bigger supporters of Donald Trump than those people, well, then first of all, you make yourself look like an idiot, okay? You show that you're rude to the average Americans who have actually been standing up, speaking up, some who have platforms and speak out and don't get paid like you douchebags. And we've been saying it for 8 years. So, if you want to stop being rude, but I don't know that they would be able to stop being rude, then you really should stop disparaging the American people, no matter what side you're on. The truest, biggest support that Donald Trump has, the genuine support, is the average Americans. So be sure you pay attention to these people that you think are on his side. No, who they all worship and who they all bow down to is RFK Jr. and Elon Musk. Yeah. They're douchebags.